And we are live. Hello. Intro, then start up. That's the way to do it. Start live, then do the intro.
These palm trees, they sway, but each night and each day I'm California dreaming about you. Oh yeah, got this world-class view, but it's you that I think about every time my mind's on it. And it's you that I think about every time when I feel lonely. And it's you that I call on my FaceTime when I need something real. Oh yeah, I work the night shift till late in the PM. I'm California dreaming. You. California dreaming about you. Dreaming. California dreaming about you. California dreaming about you. California dreaming about you. California dreaming.
About Jill. Hello, Jill. Right, we have started. Welcome, Jill. You are first. And I am always California dreaming about Jill. Yeah. I am Maximus. Good to see you, man. Link is in the description. To be honest, I still haven't finished the setup yet. And welcome, Ghost Ghost. Long time no see. So I've just come off Ghost Ghost, John. Good to see you, man. How am I doing? I'm doing quite well. Yeah, to be honest, not bad. I hope you're good, but I've just realised that I'm not finished doing the setup. What I do is go live, start the theme song, and get confused. Right, can I pin that link? No, I'm in the wrong account. Right, copy. Give me a sec. If anyone wants to join, link is in the side chat. I'm just streaming to do 2 different channels and I'm logged into. Give me a minute. I can't multitask either. Yeah. Yes, so everything's good. I just need to do that. Then yeah. Yeah, so everything's good. I pin the link there. I think. Once it loads. Sorry, I realise this is very, very entertaining, but it's just a setup thing. Pin message, get in. Right, that's something on one account. Yeah, so if anyone wants to join, link is in the side chat. I'll try and pin it on that channel as well. If you're on YouTube. Sorry, I'm in different tabs. I'll be right back. If anyone's trying to do that. And there's no live chat. Look. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll pin the link. I'll keep posting it. Yeah, I'm just logged into different things. Yeah, so welcome everyone. Oh, Bond, good to see you, man. And OJ, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Getting Bond. Thank you very much. He will join in a second. Thank you. Yeah, so I think that's the setup done. I've not been able to pin it to the Wild Art Resurrected 3. Oh, it's so confusing. Wild Art 4, Wild Art Resurrected 3. So what account am I? Sorry, I realised this is very insane. Right, Wild Art Resurrected 3. What's it? Top chat. There's no chat now. Oh, for right. Sorry about this. Yeah. Right, if I post oh, welcome, Phantom. Good to see you. Oi, oi. Yeah, I am. I'm streaming to 2 different Wild Art channels. And I'm logged into one on Firefox. Yeah, Firefox. And one in Microsoft Edge. So I have to sign into 2 different. It's tricky, you know what I mean? We'll just say that. Alright, if I post that, then that's there. Then I still can't pin it. Why not? Unless Wild Art Resurrected 3. What channel am I on? Wild Art Resurrected 3. What the fuck? Right, we'll try this one last time. Otherwise, if anyone wants a link, just you'll have to ask for it. If you're watching on Wild Art Resurrected, if you're watching on Wild Art 4, then there's already reply. I don't know. Yeah, but join if you can. I'll keep putting the link up. Yeah, so welcome everyone. Nothing particularly important today. I just thought I'd start a stream, and I know this will annoy all the viewers being American, but I just find it difficult to get a word in edgewise when I'm on a panel full of Americans. So I thought I'd start a stream up, so I could finish a sentence, basically. And Gangster Ghost, I'm not having a go at you. And it's probably the delay, and my microphone might be like quiet. So I'm not blaming anyone. It's just really, really fucking annoying. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I thought I'd start my own stream up. And that's it. Bond, you muddy funster. Get in. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, Wild? How have you been?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I just happened to jump on and get on YouTube, and I saw you went live, so it's like, oh, I'll join over here.
Cool. Thank you very much.
What were you trying to figure out?
I'm streaming live to 2 of my YouTube channels, Wild Art 4 and Wild Art Resurrected 3. So I've got to use 2 different
yeah.
To pin the link to get admin kind of things. Yeah, but I can never figure it out so I can be logged into both at the same time. So I can do all the... Yeah, but I'll just keep posting the link. That's all it was. Just
you can't. Okay, yeah, I got you. You can't pin the link in. One of them, it's pinned.
Yeah. But it says the other one, Wild Art Resurrected 3.
Mm-hmm.
one that's not pinned, but I'm logged
No, no.
into that.
On Wild Heart 3, the link is
Oh,
pinned.
Wild
And
Heart
then
4.
on Wild Heart 4, the link is not pinned.
That might be it. Right. Give
Let
me
me
a
see if
sec.
I can.
Wild Heart 4. I have to change my account. Now I've got. Sorry, audience. I know this is. Listen. I'll get it sorted out eventually. Right, so I change Wild Heart 4. Switch accounts. Wild Heart 4. Right. Now I should be able to pin it. Get in! Yeah.
You got it going?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Sorted.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Teamwork. So
Hey,
what have you
going
been
with-
up to?
not much today. It's a bank holiday. So it means basically Monday is the same as Sunday.
Oh, it's a bank holiday today.
Yeah, like a 3-day weekend. So yeah.
What holiday is it? Is it just a general bank holiday or is it a federal holiday?
That is a good question, to which I don't have a clue.
I know there was a parade for a team over there, the soccer team.
Oh yeah, Leeds. Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. So I got on and I saw Heretic was streaming, and dude, he had like 1,000 people watching his stream.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No way.
Yes. He had like 1,000 people watching it because he was streaming. He was at the
Why
parade.
didn't I get notification for this beautiful, beautiful stream?
I'm in that.
Well, see, the notification went out to you, but it was reflected off of you. And
Of course, yeah.
no, but Heretic, he averaged during that entire stream, he averaged at least 800 people in there, and he got up to like 1.2 thousand.
What was it
Can I get a link to Heretic's YouTube channel?
No.
Yeah. It's Monday Media, but I'll
No one knows who he is. I can't believe that he got.
No, he's got over 2,000 subs now.
Give me a Heretic from the UK.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Here, I'll send you the link.
Post it in chat. Post it in
Yeah,
chat.
I'll post it. But yeah, he I think that video ended up getting like 22,000 views or something.
Wow.
Live stream.
Because I watched some of the live streams, and often I'm the only person watching.
No, not anymore. He's at 28,000 now.
Yeah.
Isn't he doing like that police audit or some?
He's covering a lot of local events over there, a lot of local protests and stuff with Palestine and Israel and all that. And he's linked up with some other people who have pretty big followings, and he's managed to get a following himself.
By the way, Don, if you posted this, I guess you're getting the link. I don't know. I figured you were
I know you think I'm a superhero, and I'm the Flash, but here we go. I'll get it right here.
More of a combination between Batman and let's see who else.
Well, Batman's not a superhero, but
Well, he has super money, so yes, he is.
Well, then you're saying, we won't go there.
Is that it? Monday Media? Yeah, I did get it. I didn't know that was Heretic.
Yeah, that's Heretic, Monday Media. Yeah.
All right.
If you look at his live stream, he was having some bad service.
Wow.
But if you look at his fourth live stream, that was an hour and 24 minutes. There's like 28,000 views on it.
Yeah, he's got 2.59 thousand subscribers.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
can't be
He's
the
doing
same-
really well.
It can't be the same Heretic as
Yeah.
the one. Is it?
You should have seen the one where he had people attacking him. He had people punching him.
It was staged. It was
Still-
staged.
No, it was a protest, and like the Palestine protesters physically assaulted him.
I know it
And
was
he-
staged.
What's going on?
I'm kidding, obviously.
We live in
That's,
bizarre world.
that's what it takes, Wildheart. You got to go out there and
Get punched.
you got to go out there and ruffle some feathers a
Forget
little bit.
about it.
I can do that. Yeah.
Got to crack
Hey,
some eggs to
Wildheart.
make the omelet. You
Oh,
know.
yeah.
It's forget about it.
No, that's Canadians.
Bond's gonna go fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. 123,000 views. 10,000 views one day ago. Sorry, I'm just trying. I'm finding this hard.
Trying to wrap your head around it.
Yeah. It can't be the boring Heretic that's always on Brojo's and
Yeah.
talks about Russia a lot. It's the
Yeah.
same guy. Wow.
Yeah.
Look
He's
at
doing
that.
good with this channel.
Yeah. I'm glad for the guy. Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
hard to believe.
He's yeah, his videos, he's getting some views now. He's getting some subs. He's getting a lot of participation in his
Money,
live
money, money, money,
streams.
money, money, money.
Yeah.
He said that's what he wanted to do, and he's doing it. He surprised me. You know,
Well,
Yeah. That's good.
I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, he linked up with, some other channels and network right and produce the right content, and he's doing his thing over there.
That's cool.
Because there for a while there was only like one or two people watching his live stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's doing great now, man. He's doing his thing. It's great.
Sorry. You're right. You can stop now, Sammy. I've finished.
Nah, I don't want to stop.
I got to enjoy all of that. Yeah, but I'm happy for him, man. He's I hope his channel keeps getting bigger, and
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. It's just kind of unbelievable. You know?
you know what, Sammy? Hang on a sec.
Yes. Anyway, good to see you, Wildheart. You old fucker. How you going?
Apart from the coughing fits. Yeah, I'm good. And good to see you, man. Yeah, it's been a while.
You're looking good,
As always.
as always.
Yeah, so dashing, yeah, stunningly handsome.
Wild, your beard looks really, really nice right now.
Doesn't it?
It looks, yes, it does.
Sexy boy.
I can only imagine that you're being
That's my sexy
sarcastic.
boy.
No, I'm not being sarcastic. You look great, man. You look really great.
Wow.
Looks
That's
like it's
never-
well kept. Looks like you're keeping up with it. I mean, dude, you man, you look really great. And I'm not being, there's no sarcastic, nothing sarcastic about it. I'm being honest. You look really good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Wow. That's never happened before. Never. Although I have been taking better care of myself since,
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Look, you can tell. You can definitely tell.
Cool. Thank you very much.
I need to take better care of my beard. You're beating me right now in that department.
Have you included the ginger though? the fact that it gets ginger.
I
think
have
that-
I have red in my beer, Wild.
Oh, you have a ginger
Yeah.
beard too.
I do, yeah. When
Oh.
my beard grows out, you see the red, and they're very prominent. Like it's in there.
Yes, solidarity. Do you know what I mean? Amongst the
But I
ginger
do
beard.
need to trim my beard up because I've been a little lackluster in that department. And yeah,
Ginger lives matter, right? Well,
yeah.
Yeah, there's not as much as non-ginger lives.
I'm told that the ginger part of me comes from my Spain heritage, like the Spanish
Oh, yeah.
part of me, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
My
It's not-
grandma
Sorry.
was it?
No, I'm saying it's normally Scottish or Irish people, but Spain could work as well.
Well, I resemble my grandmother on my dad's side a lot, and her family's from Spain, so we were conquistadors in the past.
Oh, conquistadors. Yeah. Were they like the knights? Conquest. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
on the ship
Yeah.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's where I get my light skin complexion from, I think.
Yeah. I did actually have a shave yesterday, just to clean up the.
Did you do it yourself, or did you have someone else do it?
My mom did it.
Hey, that's fine. Some people will pay someone to shave their beard. So
Just stupid.
hey, however it needs to be done, as long as it gets done.
And my stepdad gave me an aftershave.
Oh,
Although it's the next day, I think I'm still legitimate in using aftershave because it is after I've had a shave. I mean,
I've never used aftershave anything.
yeah, it does hurt sometimes. You use it directly after. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never used aftershave anything. I just shave it.
Hey, Will.
Hey, what's up, Wildy?
Dimension. Oh, I will. Who let you in?
I just caught when you were putting your face up, bringing your beard real close to the screen. Can we get a replay of that? Can we get a full screen? I just didn't get the full effect from outside. Can I?
Yeah.
Let's get a replay on that.
Yeah, let's get a.
Just for like 30 seconds a minute, something like that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, just get a little closer. Come on.
I only need about 5 seconds, but
Oh yeah, get that jawline. Look at it. It's majestic.
tilt the head up a little bit. Tilt the
Put
head
the
up.
tongue. Put the tongue back in. Don't give it all away. Keep your secrets. Keep your secrets. Because you deserve it.
Because I'm worth it.
Oh, because you're worth it.
Because you're worth it.
Fragrances from Mozart. Because I'm worth it. Anyway, yeah, I've stopped being gay since I stopped drinking, which is weird.
You've never stopped being gay. Not once.
Wild Heart is
not-
straight. Wild Heart is looking for a woman, and he's
Oh no, I never.
Oh, can you send me back the big black fucking dildo that I sent you?
You don't.
No,
It's probably about to arrive.
It's got teeth marks
Any
all over
day,
it, which
yeah.
is weird.
Wild
Yeah,
Heart is no
no,
longer
it's-
interested in pouring chocolate all over midnight.
oh no, let's not go too far. Let's not get crazy. Oh,
Midnight, how does that make you feel?
hard? That's a hard question to answer.
So Midnight admitted earlier that he will often mute the tab and go elsewhere. So if he doesn't respond, I would say that's
He's letting somebody pour hot chocolate down his ass crack.
right now. Jill's doing it, Wild Heart. Does that make you jealous?
Yes. Oh, Jill and Midnight. 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 Oh, Jill and Midni That's an image.
See, you're still gay. What are you talking?
I know. Yeah. Just I don't feel the urge to be gay on live streams.
When did this fantasy first start to invade your thoughts?
As soon as I met Jill, I think his homosexuality is infectious.
It's
Yes.
pretty raging, but
Yeah. I caught the gay gene off Jill, I think. I think that's what happened.
gee,
You didn't wear a
Yeah.
mask when talking to Jill.
you should get a conversion therapy. then.
Earplugs. Yeah. Earplugs as well.
Hey, Will, are you supposed to debate Smokey Saint today?
Affirmative.
Is that a thing? Is that going to happen? Like confirmed?
I mean, I can only speak for myself. Yeah.
What channel is that supposed to happen on?
Math Pigs.
Okay.
Is that tonight? Is it upcoming?
It's tonight at 5. It's in 2 hours.
Cool. Can you say hello to Dwayne Burke in the side chat? Good to see you, man.
Hello, Dwayne Burke in the side chat. Did I
And that
say it
is-
right?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah. And that is Wee Bastard, with the sheep.
Yeah.
Bastard. Yeah.
This
Wee
is Max. Did you say hello to Maximus already?
I did, I think, yeah.
Did you do it maximally?
I don't know what would constitute maximally telling Maximus that I maximally said hello. So I'm not sure.
I think you have to use his formal title.
Yes.
I am Maximus, greatest apostle to ever strode across the surface of the earth. Wizard of the 7 temples of Dusseldorf, and also Cloudbringer of the ancient mythologies. If you don't use all of that, then you didn't properly introduce I am Maximus.
You're going to have to repeat that. Oh, I'll write it down. Go on.
Okay. Shit. I've lost it now.
It is
Damn
on
it.
the recording, unfortunately.
I can never greet him again.
Hey, Max. Go see it.
Oh, you fucker.
Welcome, Spooky, as well. That is a link to I don't know what. I shall check in a second.
That is a link to his live stream he's going to do in 3
Oh,
days.
yeah. 3
I
days.
think I didn't click on it. I'm just guessing.
A spooky stream that's going to be him speaking live and hosting it and all.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I have already got the lube.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I already
emotional.
exploded like 3 times on it, and we're still 3 days away. So
he has a splendid accent.
He does. He has an annoyingly good British accent. Yeah.
very posh.
Yeah. It's annoyingly good. Yeah.
If we could just get him to have some cold sweet tea, he would be perfect.
Oh, Bond. I have a confession.
You have been drinking cold sweet tea. You have been drinking it. I've seen you.
I'm ashamed.
Are you making a southerner out of him?
I am. I am converting him. He is coming over to the dark side.
Unfortunately, my mum has been in today and we cleaned up all the bottles. But I have been drinking. Oh no, still go. I've been drinking iced tea.
Iced
You
tea. He has
fucking
been drinking
fuck.
iced tea. Look at that. Look at that bottle. Look at that bottle.
We sell out lemon iced tea. That's water, obviously. But
Oh yeah, I was about to say that. Somebody fucked up your tea.
yeah, lemon Lipton lemon iced tea.
Look at
And
that.
you love it. Of course you love it.
Cold and ashamed.
Look at that. Wildheart
You're-
gets sober.
You're British. When are you not cold and ashamed?
Look at this. Wildheart gets sober. He's getting his life. Everything is like going great, and he's making positive steps for his future. And look at the beverage of choice.
Oh, that hurts. Ow. Ow, that's like someone just stabbed me in the stomach.
I want you to really get the. I want you to really have the full Southern experience. Do you have an attractive sister or first cousin?
Yeah. No, unfortunately.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Unfortunately. I
Yeah,
have
well,
an unattractive first cousin, if you like.
yeah, that'll do.
But it's delicious, isn't it, Wild? It's refreshing, isn't it?
What is
Well,
first
the-
cousin?
Well,
Yeah, yeah, the
I mean, she's tastes all right, but I wouldn't go so far as to say delicious.
yeah, bit fishy.
if it
Reprobate.
tastes all right, it's delicious. I mean, we can say that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What's the definition of virgin in Texas? Someone who can
Same
move
as
back-
it is in Alabama.
It's Alabama. I always get that wrong. Hi, Elsie, by the way. I was being very ignorant. Thanks for joining. Yeah, someone who can run faster than her father. Yeah.
Wild, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna message you and get your address, and I'm gonna send you some tea from over here.
Oh, that would be weird.
No, it's
So
not
we
gonna be weird.
stole tea from China. Then you're gonna send me tea from America, which we stole from China.
Yeah, we're gonna
it's-
send you the perfected.
And you're gonna send me.
Yeah,
It's
the
that's
perfected version of it.
it's cool. It's just complicated. Yeah.
No, but really, no. I'm gonna message you and get that. I'm gonna send you some things.
No, you don't have certainty.
No, I don't have to send you. I'm gonna send you some stuff to try out, so. Just because I think you would enjoy them. So
Although at least it's not alcoholic, because I know what's the name sent me alcohol.
yeah,
And it cost me more in import taxes than it did for the actual alcohol.
yeah, no. None of it will be. Yeah, none of it will be that related. It'll be like it'll be some beverages that people enjoy over here, some snacks and some food and stuff like that. Just
Cool.
little things like that. You can try out and see if you like. Maybe you can even like make a video or a live stream of you trying it out.
Oh yeah, like a taste test.
Tasting it. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, by the way. Seriously, that's very kind.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be some logistics I have to get through, depending on what I send, but I'll figure it out on my end.
Cool. Thank you very much. Spooky better as always. Yeah. Here's my intro. Intro not into. Oh yeah, here's my into. Yeah. Yeah, so everyone check out Spooky's live stream in 2 days?
3 days.
Click the link and
3 days.
subscribe to Spooky. God damn it.
I'm trying to decide
Yeah.
if I'm gonna watch it or not because he left me in gray and didn't make me blue there.
Oh,
I got a little chip on my shoulder. Petty, but
it's got 3 likes already. I think 2 of them are mine, to be fair. Because I'm in 2 different accounts.
One was
Yeah,
my.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the stream, but I took it away after he refused to do it.
But the intro is up, yeah. It's 24 seconds long.
And I've even promoted Spooky as being the top.
Jesus.
I don't know what that was.
What in the sweet fuck is going on?
No, I was just watching Spooky's intro. But, yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't want to share it with the rest of us. You just thought you'd deafen us all.
Just thought you'd
Yeah.
make us listen to it, but not.
He's the slut.
Share screen. I'll go entire screen. It's only 24 seconds long. That one. Oh, for
That's what
fuck's
she
sake.
said.
24 seconds is plenty
Yeah,
of
it's
time.
Also, share audio. Share.
And I said, darling, I went twice in that time.
Yeah. Anyway, go to that link in the side chat. I can't do it for some reason. I can't share. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's 24 second intro. And everyone subscribed to Speaker. I've just subscribed twice on 2 different accounts.
So let's have a serious theological discussion.
Yes. Well, can I give you a new STD?
A new one.
I don't know.
What are the symptoms?
Undiscovered. Like,
Yeah.
New to you or new to me? Like, did you just get a new one, or are you assuming I don't already have the one?
well, new to science.
Yeah, no, just new to you. Yeah, not one that hasn't been discovered, just new to you.
Oh, we're talking about serious theological discussions and not sexually transmitted disease. Okay, that clears that up. I wish my STDs would clear up.
Oh,
Anyway, back to what is it?
no, I never thought that could be misconstrued STD. I never thought of that.
What?
You never thought of that. You never thought.
No.
Here I was thinking you were a clever fucker, a cheeky bastard, but no.
To be fair, I'm gonna be selfish here. I told Wildheart about the STD. Serious theological discussion. That's me being selfish, but you know.
Now, his doctor's told him about an STD, but he's wondering how he got it since he was just by himself.
I'm very well. Never mind.
All by myself.
I told you when I first met you to stop rubbing your genitals on foreign objects. Or you're gonna catch something nasty, but you didn't want to listen.
It feels so good though when you do that.
That could be applied to every guy in this room.
Yeah.
Well,
That's where Midnight is right now. That's why he's not answering.
He has been very quiet lately. Yes, I will say that.
Give it back to 3 minutes. Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think STDs can be transmitted over the hand, but you know.
Yeah, it can be ejaculated over the hand, but no. Yeah. Anyway, I do actually have a new STD. You know, with the flood, Noah's flood, or God's flood on Noah. Basically, God created millions or billions of people knowing that he would have to kill them all. My question is, why didn't he just not create them and just create Noah and his...
Where do you see that in the text that you're quoting, that he knew he was going to have to do that?
If he's all yeah, I'll give you that. If he's all knowing.
And where does it say in the Bible that he's all knowing?
It doesn't.
Not precisely, but it's you know, he's the beginning of the end. He knows the beginning from the end, all that shit. But like, okay, so we're you've correctly deduced that the God in the Old Testament is not all knowing.
Not according to the Bible, not specifically.
Not based on any of the stories in the Old Testament is he all knowing.
Yeah. I think the nearest one is he knew every hair on one person's head.
No, well, so in First John it says that God, he knows everything. So
exactly.
And in
what
Psalms
you will
it says that
find
his
is
understanding is beyond measure.
Right, so that's
God
new in the
being
New Testament.
described in the New Testament is
Well,
not.
Psalms is in the Old Testament, and it says that his understanding is beyond measure.
That's
Okay,
fair.
not,
it can be
still not all
beyond
knowing,
measure, but it's not omni.
Well, okay. So if it says he knows everything, what does that mean?
That's omni. I would take that as omni.
That's in First John. That's in First John 3:20.
Yeah, in New Testament, that God is not the God that is being described in the Old Testament.
Well, yeah. No, okay. Yeah, we agree there. Yeah.
But if he knows the end from the beginning, surely that means that he knows does that mean that he knows everything?
Also in Job, it says that or wait, hold on, never mind. No, I'm gonna look this up a little bit
No,
more.
I mean, you can go with that. You could say a lot of Christians do say that if you know the end from the beginning, then you're talking about a deterministic God. You know, you're talking about one that it would be like the one that you're talking about that put 1 million people there, knowing all along he was going to do this. But that's not what the story describes. The story describes an emotional reaction to learning new information about people behaving. Because if he really thought that the flood would stop sin, then why the minute they got off the boat, they started doing it again?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, it kind of implies it, but it doesn't state implicitly that God is all knowing.
Well, in Job, and actually I looked up this verse and as hard as it is to say this with Jill mentioning it, is the exact verse that I looked up. It says that he is perfect in knowledge.
Okay, so let's think about that. The story that you brought up is Job, and Job does have claims about this God that I think should be evaluated. Let's also discuss what Lucifer is doing there in heaven at this meeting. He's accepting a bet with what we're being told is an all-knowing God. He's accepting a wager with an all-knowing God that he would know is all-knowing. Also, we have Satan just wandering around in heaven.
That's a great point.
So how dumb is Satan?
Wait. Okay, so you're saying at the time of Job, Satan was wandering around in heaven, or are you saying that Satan was wandering around in heaven at some point?
There's a meeting where Satan says that he's been going to and fro on the earth or whatever, but he comes up to a meeting of the sons of God. That's the council meeting. And if he's coming to this place, it's not here because he's coming from earth. All right. And they're talking about something on earth. Have you observed my servant Job? And then God makes a wager and Satan accepts a wager with an all-knowing being. So that's unless it was a secret that God was all-knowing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's highly unlikely. And then he authorizes lying spirits and all kind of shit.
Maybe I'm missing something, but you said it's highly unlikely. What? So was this about God not being all-knowing, or that other beings don't think he's all-knowing?
Job is not even a Jewish text. It's not even something that, I mean, it's been adapted. Okay, but it's an older text. It's something that the other civilizations like the Akkadians and Sumerians used.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just interrupt? Welcome, Noel. Good to see you. Go ahead. Sorry. And Jill is also here inside you.
Well, that's a fine place for him.
Yeah. Sorry, I really didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize.
Oh, I mean, you asked the question about, this God.
Yeah.
Depends on whether it's true that he's all-knowing. And if he is all-knowing, then yes, it's like you said, Wild Heart.
Yeah.
Will, do you think that so I'm not well versed in like Satan, Lucifer, and all of that stuff, right? So I'm just gonna say Satan or the devil in a general term. Do you think that they believe that God was all-knowing?
The sons of God?
Well, whoever the devil, Lucifer, Satan. Like I said, I'm not well versed in that.
I don't know why anyone thinks that Satan is any different than the lying spirits that God sends to go and do the lying for him to Job. And that what makes Lucifer or Satan, I almost confused the terms. What makes Satan any different than the other spirits that God are sending to do lying things?
Is that what Jill meant when he said that God can use third parties to do his bidding?
God only uses third parties.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like he doesn't exist and he needs other people to. It's almost like that.
God's
I
so
mean,
powerless, he needs human hands to do his work.
Well, we're talking about the B'nai Ha Elohim, the sons of God,
Yeah.
right? The sons of the gods. And so
Yeah.
if anyone's been to heaven and seen the great works and seen this place that I guess Christians go when they die, why would you ever doubt this being's ability to predict the future and all that? You know, if you're one of his sons, the very idea that there could be a rebellion in heaven seems a little interesting.
Yeah.
Excuse me just for a moment.
All right, Spooky, you pedantic. So-
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
It's always been something that I've thought was interesting and mind blowing, that these beings who experience God's glory, they felt his power, thought they could rebel against it. You know?
Yeah. And when.
If God is what he proclaims to be, right?
Yeah. I mean, Satan, knowing that God is all powerful, he must have known when he started to rebel that he could never possibly win.
Yeah, right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's why it's like he's an agent for the adversary. Is no different than the lying spirit that's being sent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like God is actually controlling him and telling him what to do, basically, in my opinion.
Yeah.
God's using an adversary to create a more interesting narrative for himself, essentially.
I mean, go back to the garden story. We're still talking about a God that is prior to the Platonic omni God, and in that one, the serpent doesn't lie. God might have told a fib or two in that story, but the serpent didn't lie.
Seems like it makes the serpent a little more righteous.
Yeah. The serpent did. I don't think the serpent lied at all.
That's a good question, actually. How do Christians know that God wrote the Bible and not Satan?
Go beyond that. Go beyond that. How do they know that God can't lie?
Because it says in the Bible that God cannot lie.
Right. And if he wrote the Bible, or if he authored the Bible and he was a liar, how would you ever catch God in a lie?
And
Exactly.
he can lie.
Yeah, if I write a book
Exactly.
and I say I can't lie, just believe me.
Yeah. What if he was lying when he said, I cannot lie?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that would be untrue for anyone, I think, because everyone's capable of lying. So even saying that he cannot lie could be a lie by default because we don't know his nature.
Yeah.
That's another issue. Yeah.
There's no way of testing it, basically.
Well, he could come down and visit. That's always a thing. But apparently, if he does that, we're all doomed because if he's around, we explode or some shit. I don't know.
He could just inhabit another body like he did last time, slumming in a
Nobody
human
bought
body.
it. Nobody bought it. Nope. He tried that. They killed him.
But the original point was, why did God create millions or billions of people in the flood, knowing, if he knows into the future, knowing that he would have to kill them all, rather than just create Noah and his 8 family members? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't
Or how
make
about when he
Yes.
creates the first humans to, once he realizes that there's something flawed about them, just with the same spark of creation he used to make them, a spark of correction.
Modify.
Cool. Now you're
Adjust.
done. You got a patch on that upgrade. So now
That's
you're
what evolution
you're
is,
adjusted.
right? That's what.
Yeah,
it's
you'd
a
think
slow
for
process.
Yeah.
Correction house. That's brilliant.
I see Jill's just going absolutely ham in your side chat. What the fuck is he on about?
I bet he
wait.
is.
Maximus, I've just made you mod on one of my channels. I'm still figuring it out, but Maximus, yeah, mod.
Hey, Wildheart, I'm going to
Yeah.
link a video if I can find it here pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's from Deconstruction Zone, and he had a conversation with this young Christian guy, and it is, I mean, that conversation is beautiful.
You
can
had
just
me at
see-
Deconstruction Zone.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
this guy just basically he's not combative in a way that he's just yelling at Deconstruction Zone, but he takes what he says and he's like, okay, yeah, I get that. I don't have an answer. You can just see his soul crushed.
Share
Yeah.
it. Share it.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it again. It's like an hour conversation, but
Oh my God.
it's amazing. And I'll share it in just a second.
like crying in the fetal position, just on the floor, just rocking himself.
There were so many times where he just said, you know what? I don't have an answer for that. I don't know. And you can
If you're
see
not
it
watching Dustin, you need to subscribe, dude. Deconstruction Zone is just fucking fantastic.
Oh
Yeah. I've
Like,
been watching those videos recently.
he was asked, why don't you believe in Deconstruction Zone? Just like he gave him, these are the reasons why. And then the guy was like, well, you haven't answered it. He just like, well, I just gave you all these answers. Let's go through them. He goes through it point by point. Every single point, this guy, you could see it in his eyes. He understood what was going on, but he didn't. Naturally, when your life and your eternity depends on something, you're not going to just give it up that easy. But you could see it in his eyes because he was on camera the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was dude, I'm gonna link this video when I find it.
Yeah. Yeah. You can pinpoint the moment that everything just fell apart. That kind of thing.
I love the ones when they're on camera because a lot of them they're just you don't get to see them, but when they're on camera, you can see their minds working desperately trying to give them an answer.
Yeah, dude. Like he was Deconstruction Zone was giving contradictions in the Bible. He was giving reasons why the Bible was wrong in certain areas, and you could see it in this dude's eyes. He didn't want to admit it, and he would just fall back on, okay, well, what else do you have? And it was, man, it was, yeah, I'll link it in a second.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that Deconstruction Zone recently. He's very good.
Oh yeah, sometimes I get through like half my shift at work watching like half of one of his streams because they go on so long.
Yeah.
And like he knows the original languages. That's the thing about it. It's like if you want to, he was challenged on one of them where he said he knew the original languages like Hebrew and stuff that was spoken there in that time, and they were like, well, can you quote this in the original language? And without even bringing it up, no hesitation, he just spoke it in the Hebrew.
My favorite part of you showing this is going to be Jill freaking out in the side chat about liberal scholarship. I mean, he's just going to absolutely crash out in chat. He might even come in and crash out for everyone. That would be awesome.
Yeah, he was a pastor, wasn't he? He was a Christian.
No, he was a Christian, but he wasn't a pastor. He was a seminary student.
Oh yeah, he went to seminary. Yeah.
He
And
went to
he's an
seminary. He knows the original languages. He studied under those. He knows way more about the Bible than I know. So,
Far more than I know. Yeah, he's very good. Spooky Better says Deconstruction Zone is a new Wild Heart. Yes, new and very, very, very improved.
Yeah, he waited on you to go away for a little while, take a hiatus for him to really launch his shit, and then he's been slowly working it in the background. But he's outpacing you a little bit now, sneaky bastard.
Yeah, sneaky. Yeah.
You must become lesser, and he must become greater, just like John.
I'll take that because I'm very, very lazy. So, yeah.
I'm not going to do anything about it or anything. It's just going to be the way it is.
All right, you go then. Yeah, I'll just watch.
Hey, what's your shirt got on it? I'm curious. I see a yellow thing and some white stuff. What's it say?
Right, it's a Manchester United shirt. That's the sorry. Not but I'll make myself look good. Yeah, it's a Manchester United shirt. So that's the Red Devils are called. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
It's a devil pitchfork.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a Nike
swoop or swipe or whatever. Yeah.
And that is AIG, which people think is Answers in Genesis. It's not. It's a insurance company in America.
Yeah, do they finance them or something?
Yeah, possibly for a couple of years. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for the tour of your shirt.
Genesis. Yeah, and it's old. That's why all the things worn off. Yeah. Up the Reds.
While Bond is looking for that, share my screen for a second. If you don't know who Versatroll is, it's a pretty new channel. It's got something here on the Trinity I think that you'll find delicious.
Cool. Play.
Disclaimer: the following program is designed to offend, provoke, and challenge your religious sensibilities. It contains content that will likely offend anyone who holds religion sacred. This is for those with thick skin or a taste for the harsh truth. If you're easily offended or cherish your religious views, please turn off now. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. You have been warned. If you grew up hearing the Trinity was a divine mystery too sacred to question, you're about to find out why they never wanted you asking real questions. Today, we're digging into one of Christianity's proudest doctrines and why some of history's sharpest thinkers didn't just doubt it, they ripped it apart, burned it to the ground, and laughed while the smoke was still rising. Voltaire, Thomas Paine, Michael Servetus, and Volney, some mocked it as nonsense, some exposed it as pagan theft, one died screaming for refusing to repeat it, and all of them agreed the Trinity is a fabrication, not a revelation, not revealed from heaven, not hidden in ancient prophecy, not whispered into the ears of saints, made up piece by piece by the usual suspects, philosophers, priests, and power-hungry councils. So if you're ready to find out why 3-in-1 theology was mocked, rejected, and it's time to drag the Trinity back to where it belongs, the graveyard of stolen myths and dead ideas. If you think the Christian Trinity is confusing, Voltaire was like a word, actually several. He starts by pointing out that the first Western guy to ramble about anything resembling a Trinity wasn't Jesus or Peter or even Paul. It was Timaeus of Locri, a pre-Christian Greek philosopher. In Timaeus's words, first you had the idea, the eternal model of all things, the internal word. Then you had the unformed mode, or the spoken word. And lastly, you had the son, meaning the physical world itself. Voltaire quotes it. These three qualities constitute the entire world, which world is the Son of God, Monogenes. He has a soul and possessed reason. He is empsukos logikos. Already sounds suspiciously familiar, doesn't it? Voltaire notes the obvious. It is difficult clearly to comprehend the system of Timaeus. It is like decayed and rusty metals, the motto of which is effaced. It could be read formally. At present, we put what construction we please upon. In other words, it was already trash when it was invented, and it only got dumber as time went on. Fast forward to Plato, who picked up the pieces and repackaged the confusion. Plato taught that there were three divine beings: the Father, supreme and invisible, the Word, the visible minister, and the world, the product. But Voltaire catches Plato cheating too. Plato sometimes says quite different and even quite contrary things. It is the privilege of the Greek philosophers, and Plato has made use of his right more than any of the ancients or moderns. So even Plato couldn't keep his story straight, and yet this garbage floated down from Athens to Alexandria, where it got even worse. Alexandria, Voltaire says, was a town prodigiously infatuated with two things: money and chimeras. Enter Philo the Jew, a philosopher with a metaphysical, allegorical, mystical head who started blending Plato with Jewish ideas and even claimed that God and wisdom married and that wisdom was delivered of a well-beloved son, which son is the world. Meanwhile, Voltaire points out that Josephus, the famous Jewish historian, had never even heard of this logos stuff. No Trinity, no word, no hidden cosmic math. It was all later contamination. Then it gets worse. The Christians in Alexandria, eager to sound philosophical, started gluing together random Greek and Jewish ideas. To one badly understood passage was tacked another unintelligible one to which it had no relation. A second was inferred from them. A third was falsified, and they fabricated whole books, which they attributed to authors respected by the multitude. In other words, they just made it up. They stapled fragments of Greek philosophy onto Jewish legends and called it revelation. Voltaire then quotes Clement of Alexandria, trying to explain Plato's mess he made, when Plato says that it is difficult to know the Father of the universe. He demonstrates by that not only that the world has been engendered, but that it has been engendered as the Son of God. Voltaire's sarcasm bleeds through. No, you don't understand it, and neither did they. He cries out, "Oh, Locke, Locke, come and define these terms." From there, Voltaire rips through the early Christian mess. The apostolic constitutions, ancient forgeries, claim the Son was engendered without a medium by the Father's will. Origen said the Holy Spirit was created by the Son. Eusebius taught the Spirit wasn't even from the Father or the Son. Lactantius babbled that the Word came from God's mouth and angels came from his nose. Voltaire's summary, it was truly reasoning a la Plato and very powerful reasoning. That's sarcasm. Finally, Voltaire smashes the biblical proof theologians love, the famous Trinity verse 1 John 5:7. He calls it a later insertion fabricated during theological brawls. Even Augustine tried to explain it, but just made it worse. The Spirit signifies the Father, water the Holy Ghost, and by blood is meant the Word. Origen? No better. The Son is as much below the Father as he and the Holy Ghost are above the most noble creatures. No wonder Voltaire concludes nobody understood it. Ebionites to Athanasius, it was chaos. And how did it finally get settled? A supreme judge was absolutely required to decide, and he was at last found in the Council of Nice, which council afterwards produced new factions and wars. Just saying, they didn't solve the problem, they just declared a winner and started killing each other over it. If Voltaire laughed at the Trinity, Thomas Paine straight up called it priestly fraud built on ancient pagan garbage. Paine sees the Trinity not as a mystery of divine truth, but as a collapsing recycling project, dragged out of the dumpster of mythology and slapped with a Christian label. He starts by pointing out the obvious historical theft. It is curious to observe how the theory of what is called the Christian church sprung out of the tale of the heathen mythology. Christianity, he says, didn't invent anything, it just borrowed what pagans already believed, specifically about the 3-in-1 gods. The Trinity of gods that then followed was no other than a reduction of the former plurality, which was about 20 or 30,000. So he's just flat out saying Christianity didn't discover the Trinity, it downsized the pantheon from a messy swarm of gods into a power trio, a streamlining for easier worship management. The pattern was crystal clear. Ancient mythology had gods for everything. Christianity just renamed them saints for everything. Paine gets even more blunt about it, especially when he calls out the church's real motivation. He says, the statue of Mary succeeded the statue of Diana of Ephesus. The deification of heroes changed into the canonization of saints. The Christian theory is little else than the idolatry of the ancient mythologists, accommodated to the purposes of power and revenue. Power and revenue, because that's all it ever was. And when Paine looks directly at what the Trinity teaches about the identity of God, he doesn't just find it confusing, he finds it ridiculous. To Paine, the Holy Spirit isn't a majestic cosmic force, it's a literal bird, a flying pigeon in church art and theology. He writes, but when, according to the Christian Trinitarian scheme, one part of God is represented by a dying man, and another part, called the Holy Ghost, by a flying pigeon, it is impossible that belief can attach itself to such wild conceits. A dying man and a pigeon, this is what the Trinity reduces God to, not awe, not understanding, just wild, stupid imagery. He doesn't let up either. He says, the study of theology as it stands in Christian churches is the study of nothing. It is founded on nothing. It rests on no principles. It proceeds by no authorities. It has no data. It can demonstrate nothing and admits of no conclusion. Christian theology, Paine says, is a blank book, a professional scam. And he ties it all together with this line. The Christian system, as already said, was only another species of mythology. And the mythology to which it succeeded was a corruption of an ancient system of theism. First came a simple belief in one God, then came mythology, then came Christianity pretending it was something new. It wasn't. Michael Servetus didn't just disagree with the Trinity. He risked everything to call it what it was: pagan, philosophical garbage, spiritual betrayal. And they burned him alive for it. On the Errors of the Trinity from 1531, Servetus states the doctrine of the Trinity can be neither established by logic nor proved from Scripture and is in fact inconceivable. Inconceivable. I find that hilarious. Makes me think of the Princess Bride. Inconceivable. Not confusing. He says inconceivable. You literally can't make sense of it without abandoning reason itself. He traces its source, he writes. It arose out of Greek philosophy rather than from the belief that Yahshua Christ is the Son of Yahweh. Because of this fake philosophy, the doctrine of the Holy Spirit as a third separate being lands us in practical tritheism, no better than atheism. As you can also clearly see here, Servetus wasn't denying God either. He was defending belief in one true God, and it was exactly that defense that got him labeled a heretic. 3 gods instead of 1. A total collapse of real monotheism. Servetus says Christianity became a laughingstock. He says how much this tradition of the Trinity has, alas, been a laughingstock to the Mohammedans, only Yahweh knows. The Jews also shrink from giving adherence to this fancy of ours and laugh at our foolishness about the Trinity. They're still laughing, Servetus. I feel kind of bad for this guy. Died over garbage he didn't know was entirely garbage. But I guess it's got historical precedence. He adds that even prayer is corrupted. As soon as we try to think about Yahweh, we are turned aside to 3 phantoms, so that no kind of unity remains in our conception. To theologians defending it, he snaps, they seem to be living in another world while they dream of such things, for the kingdom of heaven knows none of this nonsense. He blasts its fake verse 1 John 5:7 as fabricated junk and insists the Holy Spirit as a third person of the Godhead is unknown in Scripture. It is not a separate being, but an activity of Yahweh himself. At the stake, choking on smoke, Servetus still refused. Oh, Jesus, Son of the eternal God, have mercy on me. Notice, Son of the eternal God, not God the Son. He died exactly as he lived, refusing the 3-in-1 garbage. Before YouTube was exposing Bible.
You get the picture.
Just of his style and stuff.
Yeah, I was racist. Sorry.
Just it was just you mean versatile, how he breaks down he does it with Bible verses like from Matthew, Judges, Genesis, just destroys the Bible, and it's great. That was a little more boring than normal because he's reading Voltaire and Cervantes, but all of them came to the idea that it was a completely ridiculous concept.
Yeah, it kind of is on its face. Do you know what I mean? 3 into 1. It just that's why the Catholics call it like a mystery. They say no one can understand or explain the Trinity. Well, why?
That's not a falsifiable claim, though.
Yeah, exactly.
We say it's a mystery that covers a lot. You know, it lets it be a lot of things that we don't know about. It gives it all kinds of abilities that we don't have to necessarily define or have evidence for.
How can you believe something that you don't understand? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, blindly and vaguely, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah. That was a good video. Good.
Well, I was just trying to buy in time until the deconstruction zone thing happened, but then I saw in the private chat that
it's an hour and a plus. Yeah,
it's an hour long. I don't know if I can, me being.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm sure I could probably find better clips of it, but that's.
Yeah, it was unclear. Like, was the convo in the very beginning, or was it somewhere along the way? Like, there's no timestamp.
No, Bond says it's the full hour.
Oh wow, that's major.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I might not be able to play it. You know what I mean? I've been watching a lot of his videos recently, though. They're very good. Did
any of you ever watch? God, what was his name? Oh yeah, Anthony Magnabosco. I think his name is.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Epistemology guy.
Yeah, he's great.
What about you, Sammy or Will? I think you said yes once before, Will, right?
Yeah, I've seen him before, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Socratic method, basically he uses. He just asks people questions rather than, arguing with them or,
right.
Them. Yeah.
Right. It's like more like an interview.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very good.
So, do you have any more STDs?
I don't think so. We've been over the flood. The other one I've said a lot before. You know, the attributes of God. I think we've done that one a lot. I think there's still good arguments, but yeah, we've done them a lot. I think that's it for now.
Maybe you just don't. I mean, you read the Bible. What were some of the parts of the Bible that made you scratch your head the most? Like, did you read Ezekiel at all?
Yeah, I've read the whole, but I don't remember a lot of it. To be honest, I didn't understand most of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I read the KJV. It's
Ezekiel's the one with the things with 4 faces, the wheels within wheels with eyes.
The angels, yeah.
Well, yeah, cherubim or some shit, and then he's got to cook his food over his own shit, which is weird.
Oh, I have got a new STD actually. I heard this one recently. You know David?
David? No, I don't know David.
David. Which one is David?
King David, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that David. Yeah.
With the rape on the towers of the
concubines.
Yeah. Basically, David did something wrong, and David's punishment. First of all, right, he got someone pregnant, a married woman,
and sent her husband out to die.
Yeah, sent her husband right onto the front line of a war so that he would die to kind of cover it up. And then God's punishment, there were 2. One was he killed the baby. It lived for 7 days, presumably in agony, and then died. The second punishment was that David's son basically gathered together all his remaining wives, I think it was 10, and took them up onto the towers of the castle or whatever it was and raped them all to show that he was in charge. So David didn't actually get any punishment. It's all the innocent people around him that got punished. The baby was dead and the 10 women got raped.
No, beyond that, he still won the war against his son Absalom, the one that did all the raping and everything. David won.
All right. Wow, that's even worse.
Right? He did all those things. All of these people got hurt, and then God still lets him win the battle instead of just letting him lose the battle.
Yeah. I mean,
where he had to kill his own, where his own son was the one he was fighting. His own son is the one that was banging all his stepmoms.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really an argument. It's just a point to show how just sadistic and evil God exists.
Who wrote it?
Yeah. I'm not. Well, that particular
Be careful,
part.
careful. Don't just randomly yell out a group. David and his dynasty wrote it. Solomon and all them, they wrote it. They were the kingdom in charge at the time.
Yeah.
So they're telling these stories like God is doing all this. Imagine you're just blaming all kind of stuff after the fact on David and also giving him credit for being this great guy who was really not so great. He was really a douchebag.
Yeah. And isn't he supposed to be like the model for all mankind, like the best person you can possibly be? David? Something like that. Yeah, King David.
No, it just says that it's a man after God's own heart.
Yeah.
He was God's anointed one at the time.
Yeah, like his favorite person.
And if you're a ruler of a country, it's nice to have everyone believe that the God loves you. Well, he's a chosen of God. Of course he can do whatever he wants and tax us.
I've always questioned God's kind of judgment of character. Do you know what I mean? His favorite person, bangs someone else's wife, gets her pregnant, sends him off to die, and then, his son bangs his 10 ex-wives, or presumably ex-wives at that point. And then, you know what I mean? God, not like God a judge of character. in my opinion.
Well, see, this was supposed to be fulfilling a prophecy, the one that David got from the prophet. I think it was Nathaniel, when his child died and all that. That the sword would never depart from his house, and that this would happen. He would see all these things happen, and so this was done in order, like, to fulfill a prophecy, unless the story is written after the fact, to cover up one of the scandals about David that leaked out about Uriah. And then they found a way to blame David after the fact for bad things that happened, like in Solomon's era, writing and saying, yeah, all this stuff is still true, but this is what happened. And this is why we had all these, problems, the censor where there was this disease that was killing everybody because he took, what was it? A census. He counted his people, so God's gonna fucking slap everybody with a disease or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, is that the census that made Mary and Joseph go back to Bethlehem? Are you talking about that one? When Jesus was born?
No, that's a different census. That is one that funny enough, would be a completely unusual thing to do at that time period. And there would be records of such an unusual kind of census to make people return back to their homes. The population doesn't even warrant that in that area.
Yeah. And it would be weird because it's basically for like tax and things. It would be weird to make people go from where they work back to the land of their fathers in order to count them. It just makes no sense whatsoever. But it does fulfill like prophecy. What prophecy? Jesus has to be born in Bethlehem, I think.
Okay, so all right, let's grant that he was actually born in Bethlehem. Let's do that. Let's say that. Maybe there was a census, but the Romans have no record of it.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying they had to make up some reason why Mary and Joseph would have to go to Bethlehem.
Well, let's take that story that you're talking about and wonder why foreign pagan kings are the ones that come to visit Jesus, and they follow a magic star.
Yeah.
Because what other star will lead you to a town that's not very far away either? It's not. It's not like you're traveling across the world where a star might help, but like, it's just what is the star is moving. But when they get there, they got to go to Jerusalem and talk to King Herod because they couldn't find the barn, I guess, because they expected him to be a king, expected him to be I don't know. But there's a magic star that led pagan magi. Why didn't the Jews know anything about it? Where were the Jews at on their their stargazing?
Yeah, the whole story makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Yeah, it's just in order to fulfill that prophecy that Jesus had to be born in Bethlehem. Yeah. The rest
I'd like to know which of the messianic prophecies Jesus fulfilled.
None of them. Not a single one. He was supposed to be an all-conquering warlord that would kick everyone out of the Holy Lands and, save the Jews and just be kick-ass. No, he lived for 32 years and got killed by the Romans. He didn't fulfill any of the messianic prophecies.
But he did fulfill a Jewish prophecy that he probably didn't know that he fulfill, which is false prophets. If the things they prophesy don't come true, they should be put to death.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so he didn't fulfill the prophecies and he got put to death. Yeah. That's the only prophecy he fulfilled. That's why the Jews don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. Because he can't be. If you believe in prophecy. Speaking of which, Jill's in the side chat. Yeah, Jill, if you believe in prophecy and Jesus didn't fulfill any of the messianic prophecies.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. hold on.
Yeah.
I've got it right here. It says Micah 5:2. It prophesies that a future ruler of Israel, whose origins are ancient, will come from a small town of Bethlehem.
Exactly.
Right, but what does that got to do with Jesus? Because he wasn't a ruler of anything.
Yeah.
What was his kingdom that he ruled over?
Yeah.
Jill, I know you can't answer.
Yeah. Oh, Jill, you can join if you want. I will probably put you backstage 50, 70 times. But you can join if you want. It's fine. Let's talk about it with no Christians in the room to talk about it.
Right. We don't need the sales pitch about every little thing. I mean, we can read for ourselves and see that Jesus wasn't a ruler of anything.
Plus, if you're a Christian, Jill, then there will be a Christian in the room. So,
Yeah. So, Jill, are you saying that Micah 5:2 is not about a ruler born in Bethlehem?
right, let's get it up. Let's go deep. Let's go balls deep on this.
Just leave the nuts hanging out.
Bible Hub. What's it? Was it Mika what?
5:2.
2. I'll share screen. Let's do this proper. Oh, welcome, Erica. Good to see you. Join if you can. Links in the side chat. I'll post it again actually because I don't know whether I pinned it to both channels. What's it? Running the stream, do you know what I mean? It's tricky sometimes. And welcome Taylor Wolfman. Good to see you.
Hey, Taylor.
Right.
Hello, Taylor.
There's Erica too. Hey, Erica.
Right, we've got it. This is from which I'm not sure which translate. Oh no, that's what you choose.
It's got them all.
Yeah, being Jill, I'm guessing KJV. We'll need
let's make
KJV.
it harder than it needs to be. Yeah.
Yeah. King James file. Week 5:2. Can you see that? Okay. Is that?
Yeah. Can you pronounce that? Okay.
Yeah, but though Bethlehem, that's a good point. But though Bethlehem, Ephrata, though
Very good.
be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth, and to me that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. So it's saying the Messiah must be a ruler in Israel. Was Jesus ever a ruler in Israel? I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah.
If he was so popular they put him to death. They didn't want him there. He didn't do a good job.
And is it actually Jill what put that comment up? Yeah, I'll stop sharing that.
That was Jill's defense.
That was Jill's. He does it every time. He puts himself over.
It just makes it worse.
Every fucking time.
He's like, let me show you how this doesn't apply to Jesus. Nah.
So, I am Maximus fucking Mouse. Yo, while using Bible Hub, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good.
Look at. Read the next one.
You even got the right Bethlehem. Oh, was there a couple of them?
But keep reading.
From everlasting, yes, Jesus is the ruler of Israel.
Except for that time when he was in the flesh and he didn't rule shit.
Except the time when he existed as a human. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't.
Right.
He said that foxes have dens to sleep in, birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. That would imply he doesn't have a kingdom.
That is, oh, Jill, that is piss poor. You know what I mean?
I know, but he doesn't know. That's what's cute about it.
Game over, guys. Yeah, it's...
Take a victory lap, Jill.
Jesus is still sitting on the throne of Israel today. You can go visit him. He's always pushing around Netanyahu.
Yeah. Yeah. How's that peace process going? Yeah, Jill.
Jesus is just letting it happen. He's like, oh, it's a genocide. Oh, man.
Yeah. One who will be ruler over Israel, which Jesus was.
When?
Yeah.
When will that be?
Evolved from ancient times.
Okay,
Yeah,
so when that happens, Wildheart, we can agree that he fulfilled the prophecy. But until then, that's not one you can claim he fulfilled.
Yeah. So when Jill says that all the prophecies in the Bible are correct and don't contradict themselves, he's saying it's either been fulfilled or it will be fulfilled in the future. But you can say that about anything.
Click. He's got his last comment there. He makes it worse. Wait. Okay, fine. You know what? I just fulfilled that prophecy, and now I have a kingdom. I'm a king myself. It's not a kingdom that you know. It's not an earthly kingdom. I can't show it to you. Trust me, I'm a fucking king.
But it says Israel. So is this a spiritual Israel that doesn't exist? It just happens to be named the same.
It's not a physical place. It's just a place of wind and dust. I mean,
shake my head. Yeah, you should do. Shake it a lot.
The prediction was his birthplace. No, not his birthplace. The prediction was somebody, a ruler in Israel's birthplace.
Yeah.
But that prediction at this point, if you're talking about Jesus, hasn't happened. Jesus did not rule in Israel a single day.
Yeah, it is a messianic prophecy which Jesus didn't fulfill or hasn't yet. Therefore, you can't claim that Jesus is the Messiah because he hasn't fulfilled, at least as yet, one of the messianic prophecies, Joe, is the point. He fulfills birthplace, dummy. All of every prophecy is not fulfilled, idiots. Now prove the part of the prophecy that doesn't apply to Jesus. Walk me through that. I don't know.
I like the way you read it with the insults. You need punctuation for it to be more effective.
See how he wants you to prove a negative? He wants you to prove the negative. He wants you to prove the unfalsifiable claim of a heavenly kingdom that he's already admitted is not physical. You can't see it. No one's seen it. But prove it doesn't exist. Okay, fine. Prove that I didn't fulfill that prophecy and that my kingdom doesn't exist and that Jesus, he polishes my shoes in the evenings after I'm done golfing.
Yeah, it just makes prophecy pointless.
Right. So don't talk to me. Look at this. Look, talk to me after he actually fulfills the prophecy. Okay, saying I'll get around to it doesn't cut it.
Yeah. And Jill says that all Bible prophecy is correct. You can't say that if it's not happened yet. You can't claim that it's correct.
Wildheart, weren't you born in spiritual Bethlehem, and don't you plan on being the Messiah later? You'll get around to it in a spiritual way.
Funnily enough, yeah, that is exactly my plan.
And that's why we worship you.
Yeah.
And of course the beard and the charm. And
Obviously, yeah. April Fool's Day, lesson learned.
what? Please show me that you learned anything out of any of this, Jill.
First of all, it's May. It's not April. Fucking hell. Can't even get the fucking month.
Well, yes, there was a place called Bethlehem. So, yeah, that part of it's fulfilled. There is that place. But the guy, later date, sure. Well, to be continued. My faith will be holding until then. How about it?
So every prophecy has either been fulfilled or will be fulfilled in the future. You can say that about anything. If it
Or
hasn't
it's
happened,
fulfilled spiritually. It's being fulfilled as
yeah.
the apocalypse of Revelation is happening right now spiritually. You just can't see it. It's terrible. It's horrific. You're burning in hell right now spiritually.
Welcome, bro, and I need a shot bathroom break, so I shall be right back.
I like burning in hell. I want to be medium grilled, please.
Hello, Phil.
Hello, Elsie, how are you?
Not bad.
Hello, Will. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Iron Man.
Hi.
Hello, Jill. So what are you guys talking about?
Prophecy.
Mm. It's kind of funny. Many years ago, when was it Portugal? Something tells me it's Portugal. The Chinese were very into buying ports in different countries, and when Greece went bankrupt not that many years ago, I said, I think China will buy a lot of European ports. And yeah, that prophecy went extremely well. It's almost like I predicted the future.
And we're back. What's Jill on about now?
I hate that shirt, by the way.
Sorry?
I hate that shirt, by the way.
I know, Man United. Are you a Leeds
Yeah.
fan? Oh, yeah, City, aren't you?
Yeah.
City, yeah. Good.
I hate that shirt.
Yeah, it's good that
Way too red.
How did
I haven't talked to you since the detox. How did it go?
Yeah, it's all going well. I got my little certificate.
Hello, nurse. I'm back in black.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Have you not been drinking since?
No, I had one little slip up on one day once. Apart from that, no.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Yay.
And I'm in prehab and waiting to go into rehab. So yeah, I've been through the detox.
Good.
Yeah, so it's all been good apart from that. And that
How
was
do you
only
want-
toothache. I had really bad toothache, so I was up all night, like really killing. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And I got to the shop in the morning just for painkillers, and yeah, I slipped up. But
Do you know
apart
what? This is important to learn. As someone that has been addicted to drugs, I can tell you this. One slip up does not matter.
Yeah.
It's that you don't want to do the other slip up that matters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in all honesty.
Go.
Yep. Like you can have a bad
Yeah.
few
You can have
hours. You
yep.
could have a bad day.
Yep.
But you get to decide, are you going to have a bad day, or are you going to have a bad few days or a whole week or something that turns into a month? You know what I mean? Like, because it's an easy slope to slip on. So,
Yeah, I agree.
For anything that, brings comfort, essentially.
Yeah. And it's baby steps. Like you don't have to run a whole mile. Like you're doing something that is good. So I'm proud of you.
Did you know that?
I appreciate that.
Sorry. Did you know that sugar supposedly connects with the same receptors in your brain and pleasure center and stuff that like opiates do?
I have heard of that. Yeah.
It's like, a certain kind of euphoric high with sugar, even though it's kind of low level. But I know that I am addicted to sugar, and there's been times when I've done fasts where I go 24 hours or longer without food, and my sugar, cravings drop really drastically when I do that. But the thing is that when I'm not doing that, right, and it's kind of like in full force, seriously, and I'm saying this for the addict, the addicts in the room, whoever they might be, there's been days where I'm like thinking about candy, thinking about cookies, saying, okay, I could go to the store and buy something, or I could bake something, I could do this, I could do that, and it's like a constant conversation in my head of what kind of sugar do I want to eat, and like planning for it, and like living Stop. But it's like, but then it's a matter of, do I take it to action or not? You know what I mean? Because you can always drive to the store. You can always, make some, I don't know, something small.
I could not agree more. And I think it's the same thing with my lying problem as well. Like when you get lying and you get comfortable with lying, and you see that lying brings you either attention or whatever you want from it, it's just you get addicted to it. I think that's one of the things I definitely learned.
Yeah, and can I just say thank you, Maximus? I do appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you.
I mean, there's got to be like a little chemical sort of interaction whenever something like that has a fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like either if it's your sugar or your cigarette or your, like a social interaction or whatever. And I think that the chemical part becomes part of the whole thing that you're addicted to. But.
No, I totally agree, I would say. And I think that's one of the problems with my kind of, whatever you will call it, quote unquote disease, is that when I am around atheists, I turn atheist. When I am around theists, I tend to turn theist. And it's not really lying. It's this need of constantly fitting in.
It's cowardice is what it is. It's cowardice.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead.
No, although I am guilty of that myself, to be fair. I do like like people pleaser. It depends. Yeah, it's not. I don't agree with this, but I take it from their point of view. So it seems like I'm agreeing with them. But you're saying is, if I thought the way you do, I can understand why you would think that. It's not that I'm agreeing with them, it's just taking on the point of view kind of thing.
And it's not really about being coward either. It's like, I don't even know who I am. Like I've said that many times before. Like if someone asked me what does FRO stand for, I don't know. Like it changes.
Well, and there are conditions that cause a person to have like a weak sense of personal identity, and those people tend to take on the personalities temporarily of the people that they're around. And what I've heard it explained as is it's like a survival technique where in childhood you had to like adapt quickly to situations in order to not get on someone's bad side or whatever the case may have been. So there's always I think that there's always a reason for these things, like if you
I agree.
if you trace it back. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Well,
It's like
I have some good news. If you want to hear my good news, I'm in love.
Get it.
Aww.
Yeah.
You're like Tom Cruise on Oprah's that day.
I am headless in love with a person, and I'm so fucking afraid to tell them.
I think you mean
Oh no.
headlong in love, not headless in love.
Love them, but they don't know you.
Are you afraid you're going to get rejected, or that they won't believe you?
First one. We're very, very good friends, and I just don't know how to bring it up. And I'm so scared to lose our friendship that I've been walking around it.
So don't bring it up.
But I
But
I like them a little too much, William.
Well, how about just temper yourself just for a little while and see if that grows or fades, and don't be so hasty.
I know them for a very long time, though.
I was going to say,
just rush in and tell them. Pretend you're lying to them so that it's easy.
I was going to say it depends on how long you've been like having those feelings. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, I have only had the feeling for 3 weeks now.
Oh.
Yeah, I would.
What changed in the last 3 weeks? You've known him for a long time.
You know what, Halsey? So we have a lot in common, this person and me, right? You don't know them, so it doesn't matter if I said their name. But I think one of the things that changed in my mind was that I'm a little like autistic when it comes to relationships. I have a high IQ, not an EQ. And I think, and
What's your IQ number?
Well, high enough. But so and I don't know how
now
to bring
Sparkle's
it up.
back. You start talking about love, and Sparkle shows up like Cupid.
Yeah, by the way, I'm flattered. I'm flattered, bro. And yes,
Yeah, maybe we should talk about it, you and me in private. But yeah, it's totally you that I am so in love with.
So
I don't blame you. I am pretty awesome.
You are awesomely handsome. Yeah. But yeah, no, we were on a book date the other day.
Yeah.
Where we were.
JOJ says, don't bring it up like that. Ask them on a date and see if they feel the same. Feel them out. If you've known them a long time, you should know by now if they feel the same. I don't know whether that's good advice.
I think one of the reasons, like, she's been single for a long time as well. And
that's a green. Would that be a red flag or a green flag?
No, she has also very low IQ. No, EQ, sorry. But yeah, she's a little autistic like me. I know. We're a match made in heaven, but nobody of us dares to do anything.
Look. For all you know, this girl also likes you, but also is afraid of being rejected. So one of you has to be the assertive one and be like, "Yo, I like you. Let's go out."
I know.
Just be blunt. Just say, "Hey, if you don't feel this way, just tell me. But this is how I feel."
Yeah.
So if you don't feel this way, I still want to continue to be friends with you, but I just want to tell you that's how I feel.
I'm done it. I'm still friends with this one person.
I will go with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because if she's autistic like you, air quotes, she might not, have the same standards for social cues, and she might also not take hints and stuff like that. She might need it direct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that next time I talk to Wildheart in private.
Let it be natural.
That is your homework assignment, okay? I want to know how that
I
went.
was hoping it would be me. Thank you for
Well, I want to know too. I want to know how that goes.
I will tell you guys how it goes.
I think it's going to be, it might be a risk either way, JOJ. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta find a way to feel them and see if it's mutual without risking your friendship.
The thing is, like, she always wants to hang out with me. Like, it does not matter, like, time or day. We hang out all the fucking time.
Dude, if a girl wants to hang out with you all the time, what does that say?
I know, but no one of us dares to say anything.
Well, be a man and, you know, step up. What he wants, I don't know.
Well, I'm a chicken shit. Come on, let me be.
Chicken.
Yeah, but I can understand.
I mean, if you want to be chicken shit, you can be big chicken shit. But I don't know. Sooner or later, you're gonna be like, I don't want to be chicken shit anymore, and actually go for it.
The other day, okay, so we've been friends for approximately maybe like 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
And
I thought this was years.
sorry, no. 4 or 5 months, but we talked like hours and hours and hours for 4 or 5 months now, and it's just like, oh, it's so irritating.
Okay. I may be autistic, but come on. Like, you guys been talking nonstop for 4 months. What does that say? What does that say to anyone around here? Everyone else. Will, what do you think?
I've already said what I thought.
I don't know. Oh, no, I love that picture. And I love raccoons. So cute. Especially the
I mean, you're a lady, Halsey. How would you like to hear it from someone that you know for a long time, but you didn't really feel the same?
I mean, you don't know if she doesn't feel the same, first of all.
Well,
right?
that's true.
But I think that, I mean, I'm not sure why it wouldn't have come up before now if it wasn't like,
Okay, so
maybe more possible than it has been. I don't know.
another thing that changed also 3 weeks ago, well, 2 months ago, that is that she always wants to have camera on when we talk.
For you or her, or both of you?
Dude,
Both.
dude,
Okay.
the more you tell me, the more I'm like, tell her.
You've known this person a long time, just online or in real life, or
Hold
what?
on.
No, online.
Wait. What does telling her change about you guys enjoying each other's company? Why can't you just behave the way you want to behave without calling it anything?
Well,
Well,
he wants
there's
to
a
know because he wants to kiss her on the genitals.
yes.
And you can't really like do that
That's
without.
No, you can't do it
that's
through the
being blunt.
computer, right?
Well, you can do that without saying "I love you" and all that stuff.
No, it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
that I
yeah,
love
yeah.
her. I just want her to be my fucking girlfriend.
Well,
Right.
say,
So
like,
then just say it just like that.
it's on
Maybe
the
not say
genitals.
I love you the first time.
I
Like, you
don't
can
love
say-
her. It's just that I really want to kiss her and hold her and do things
Say
with her.
that. Good. Say that. Then that's your
Uh-huh.
answer right there. What you just said to counter what I said is exactly what you should say to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tell her how you feel, and then
Okay, I'm going to train on Halsey here. Hey, Halsey, I have something to tell you.
Okay, bro, are you on
Let's kiss your
Discord?
genitals.
Are you, Jesus. Bro? Are you on Discord?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Message me on Discord. We'll hammer it out. I want to help
Okay.
you with this.
That's code, in case you don't know.
I'm at. If anybody wants to follow me at the Discord, I'm at fro 3 times.
Okay, hold on.
Fro.
Okay, let me see if that actually works.
I have Discord up, so I'll tell you.
Yep, that worked apparently. You should have gotten the one from the great Tony Stark.
I have.
There you go.
Except there you go.
Good. I'm playing Matchmaker tonight, boys.
Yeah, and that's me on Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, we met on Discord. So we met through this social deduction game, and we became friends through that.
Nice. Oh no, Will left.
And yeah, on a bit of a topic change. Will is having a debate on MathBig's channel, so I'll find the link and
Oh
post
shit,
it.
what is that?
It's shortly, I presume.
Oh
If
wow, yeah, here's the link. Here's the link. Come on. Man, Milky versus Will. Let's do this.
I mean, you could just go to MathBig's channel and go to the live section, and it's right there.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I say to you, okay, I'll see. Hey, now that we've been friends for so long, I have something that I want to ask you. Do you feel that we're more than friends? Is that okay? Like asking like that?
Hold on.
I think I heard a cat.
Meow. Yeah, you heard me. Maybe I don't know.
I think you could say it that way, or you could say, do you see us as just friends or more than friends?
Yes, the two of us. We can make it if we try.
You know, that's how
Just
I would
the
say
two
that.
of us, you and I. Ah, here we go. Okay. 30. Okay, hold on. Is it reasonable to believe a friendly discussion? Okay, that's just oh, right. Okay. No, 29 minutes. There you go. Let's do this.
Okay.
How about your love life, Wild Ark, since we're talking about mine?
Yeah, pretty much non-existent at the moment, but I'm fine with it. Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have love here, right here. We love you.
Oh yeah.
Well, talk for yourself, but yeah.
But that is a link to the debate with Will on MathBig channel.
What are they going to debate?
I'm not sure.
Is it reasonable to believe a friendly discussion?
Right.
It depends what you believe in.
Well, yeah. Is it reasonable to believe? Is very.
That's very wide.
Very blanket. Like you said, reasonable to believe. Is it reasonable to believe what?
I believe Christopher Columbus existed. How about that? Is that reasonable?
I believe I am Iron Man. Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
I am Iron Man.
Yes,
So,
I am
for
Iron Man. And don't you forget it,
clarification,
buddy.
It's probably a
I'm in a
terrible
good mood.
title, but Smokey said that Will is incapable of being reasonable or asking reasonable questions because he's an atheist.
I mean,
Oh,
I've
that's
put it to
funny.
other people. He's an atheist. So I think if people ask him, I don't know. Actually, I don't. I don't want to speak for Will.
Well, I asked him tonight. He said deist.
He's a
Fair enough.
deist, yeah.
I mean, honestly, deist seems to be like the most reasonable position you can have. All right, at least from the way I see it. Like you could say, okay, this God exists, but he just created the universe, and then he just went back to his workshop or something. I don't know.
Sorry. No, sorry.
What is the wildest thing you believe? I will tell you that, actually. I believe that.
I was just going to say something. Sorry. I'm sorry. The deistic position, I think, is the most sensible position that you can have. Because the deist is saying that there's a God exists, but he plays no part.
Copycat. That's what I just said.
You just said it's the most reasonable. I'm saying it's the most unreasonable.
Well,
They are literally claiming to be able to detect the.
Okay. Good night, my
Good night. We will
atheist.
talk tomorrow or later or whatever the hell your time
No,
span is.
I'm 1 hour behind Wild Heart, so
Ah, well, sleep well.
it's just I'm tired and I woke up early.
cheers, man. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Yeah.
Excuse me, princess.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the deistic position is that there is a God that created everything, but then has no impact on the universe whatsoever, which would make him undetectable in the universe. So deists are literally claiming to be able to detect the undetectable, which is completely irrational.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, but
I don't think there's any claim of detecting anything. It's a
Yeah.
belief claim.
Oh yeah, but why do they believe it? Is what
I
I'm
don't know. Ask them.
asking. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't say the most reasonable position. I would say of the theistic positions, deism
look
is
at
more reasonable.
look
That could-
look at a lot of the claims of these Christians or these people who are like, oh, God created the universe, God created the universe, but then intervened in human affairs. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, to me,
Hmm.
it makes more sense. Look at it from, I don't know, like a scientific point of view. Okay, in the sense that God could be a highly advanced alien, or whatever the fuck that created the universe. On a computer, and you know what I mean. He's just observing it. Like he doesn't go around and be like, hey guys, here's something funny. I'm God. Worship me. Kill those people over there. Okay. No. Like to me, it makes more sense.
I get what you're saying, but like literally, if there was a deistic God that created the universe and then played no further part in it, he would literally be undetectable.
Just
just
like
saying-
a god
The
who
Christian
plays.
God is undetectable. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know,
Deism says nothing about detection. I don't know where the hell you're getting detection from.
but
Like, I'm sorry, but
why would you believe in something that you have no evidence for?
oh my god,
Well, they do have evidence. Like they think design is evidence, or nature, or consciousness is evidence. Remember, it's not about proving it to you equals evidence. Evidence simply means what is the thing that pushes them in that direction. Well,
Yeah, but by definition, there can be no evidence for a deistic God.
there's no
Because
evidence.
he-
There's
no,
no evidence
no.
for
There
deistic God
can
either.
be evidence. There can be evidence. There just can't be proof.
No, there can't be evidence. If he plays no part in the universe, if he's undetectable, a deistic God is undetectable, right? He plays no part.
So
How is he
he
getting
may have
detection?
left. He may have left signs.
No,
Like if just for example, if a deistic God made everything and literally wrote a letter that floated in the sky, we just haven't found it yet, that says,
yeah.
"Hi, this is God. I fucked off like a couple of 100,000 years ago. You were still monkeys at that point. Oh yeah, evolution's real, by the way."
I should know. I created it.
Yeah, but the time
and
the time to be justified in believing that is when we found the letter. We haven't found the letter.
yes, I'm saying that's the evidence you require. Other
Yeah.
people just see like, just not to call him out because I think it's good evidence for as far as evidence goes. Will talked about the Fibonacci sequence and how it occurs everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like to him, that's like a fingerprint or little signs left behind that someone.
But why would a deistic God leave behind little signs if he didn't care? If he's
Hey, why would
created,
a Christian God leave behind little signs?
Why not? But why not? Like, what if
Yeah.
it's just the way he did it?
he just created
Part
the
of
universe.
design.
If he just created the universe and then fucked off, why? What he obviously doesn't care. What after that?
Yeah,
So,
and it's not saying he put it there for Will to find. It's just that the leftover. It's the result. It's the way he designed it.
You know, we
And
haven't really brought up those.
to me, here it is. Here's what it comes down to. In that, for that example, you could be really ultra skeptical and say all that is recognizing patterns in the universe. But it's a bit more than that, because this isn't just a pattern or like a simple pattern. This is a really complex thing that just seems to keep reoccurring.
Yeah. Although a complex thing that keeps reoccurring isn't necessarily evidence of kind of anything.
That's right. And that's why evidence, to me, unless you're talking legally or when you're talking about religion and stuff, you can't expect scientific type evidence for the proof of something like God. And if that's the only evidence, then
I get what you're saying.
I guess I can't see how one position is less reasonable than the other in your mind. Like, theistic God.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's like the Christians and the Muslims have no evidence that their God exists, and the deists, and the deists have no evidence that their God exists. It's
zero.
I get what you're saying.
Well, proof. They have zero proof. They have plenty of evidences that they claim as evidence for them.
Like bad evidence.
Bad evidence,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Look at the trees, Sammy. Look at the trees.
Well, I discovered the oldest living organism on Earth is Australian recently. It's a bush.
How old is it?
It is 5,500 years.
Wow, not the oldest.
Yeah.
Not really.
I would have guessed more than that.
I guess the oldest living organism would be Luca at 3.8 to 4.2 billion years old.
But do you mean the oldest organism that is still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
There are trees older than that.
It's the only one of its species. Maybe I got the age wrong. Let me look it up then. This plant that covers thousands of square kilometers, they discovered is one organism.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, like, is it coral or something? Not coral. Like something, is it mushrooms? Like it's not a single, like underground, they're all connected.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
it part of the mycelial network?
Sorry, Midnight? What?
Is it part of the mycelial network?
I don't know what that is.
Don't worry about it then.
No, explain it. I'm interested.
Pixie knows more about it, but basically the mycelial network is a network of of fungi, mushrooms, or another plants. That stretches all over the planet. It's really interesting, actually. There seems to be like if one section is running out of food or resources. You know what I mean? The network will actually send food over there. Will actually help. It's really interesting. Like this seems to show like consciousness, but not really. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I've read, like I say, a little bit into that. Yeah, and it's really interesting, but I don't really understand it. Like, it's cool. And J.O. says,
So are you gonna end the stream and watch the stream, or what are you doing?
yeah, I'll end it. Although we have a new guest, welcome J.O.J.
Yo! Sorry to spoil the party, but I'm dropping in some Antarctic glass sponges into the conversation.
Antarctic glass sponges. They live about 15,000 years. But
Yeah.
are they alive now?
Yes, yeah, they are. Yeah, you can find them. They're still alive now. There's still a bunch of them. They're a thing that exists out there. But another contender for the title is Methuselah, which is a brittle cone pine, estimated to be around 4,847 years old.
All right.
That's a nice old pine tree that's still alive. Imagine being alive for thousands of years. Imagine how depressed you'd be.
No, no. I mean, it depends. Okay, if you were alive for like 1,000 years, that you can find things to do, you wouldn't be depressed. There are some people out there who actually want to live for a while.
Yeah, those people aren't as broke as I am. It's pretty boring when you're poor.
Hey, I'm broke too. But I want to live forever.
I would like to live as long as I wanted to live for. I would like the opportunity to not live. You know what I mean? Like under the Christian kind of worldview, you live forever either way, in heaven or hell. I would like the opportunity to choose not to live at all. You know.
Careful there, Wildheart.
No, I mean live like as a spiritual being or whatever. You know, in heaven or hell. Yeah. I don't mean no. But yeah.
How you doing anyways, Wildy? I've chatted to you for a minute. You alright,
yeah? Yeah, I'm good, yeah. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. Everything's good at the moment. Yeah. That's all that we can wish for.
Good. That's what we want to hear. And I noticed a couple of accents as well. Is it Sammy, are you South African, is it? Am I here okay? Or
what's that, sorry?
No, I was just asking the other panel members. South African, is it? Did I hear that right? That accent?
No, Australian.
I mean, no, I'm Italian.
Oh, damn it! I absolutely suck ass.
Close enough.
Yeah, yeah, close enough.
It gets mistaken with that or New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand and Australians tend to get mixed up when they're over here. Nope, I'd scared the other guy off. And Wildy as well. Looks like it's just us. Sorry about that.
Oh. No technical difficulties, I'd say.
Yeah. No, you had interesting opinions on theism and stuff.
So perhaps it was planned because, the previous one was the 4,800-year-old one that you mentioned. And they've now discovered this one in Australia is almost 6,000 years old. Still going.
Wow.
There are things like in the sea, I believe, that are older than that. Sea creatures and shit. But even 6,000 years ago, like
that's still massively impressive.
The pyramids are 4,000 years old.
Do you know what? If trees could talk, they could tell us how we built the pyramids. Some of them.
Fuck.
Imagine that, and if they could talk, they'd be like, "Actually, it was aliens. Aliens did it all."
Conspiracy theorists knew all along.
Yeah. But then the oldest thing would be the aliens. Sure.
Well, on Earth, living organisms.
Yeah. Right.
No, it's mad that you get some like marine creatures that can live hundreds and hundreds of years, like turtles. I think whales can live quite a fucking long time too. Imagine all that time alone just thinking. I bet they've got the worst anxiety ever.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare for me. Yeah.
Or maybe they're really
What
zen.
I think it's how crazy is this? With more sentient animals, like the Australian cockatoo, they live as far as we know, the oldest that we've known is about 120, pushing 130 years. But they could possibly live longer. And they mate for life, which means if one of the mates die, that's it. So imagine 120 years as a bird.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort. That's what I mean.
I was thinking the same thing, Wildy. I was like, oh god, that is it's like when everyone talks about, oh, if I could live forever, bro, if I could turn off tomorrow, like just a little button I could switch wasn't so gross and detrimental to everyone else. Not that I'm suicidal, just mean in a jokey way, but like yeah man, I would I don't think I think if I could opt out, or better yet, what I'd love to do is I'd love to see the future, but I don't want to see things change into it. I just want to jump to the future. Like I'd freeze myself. I'd cryogenic, like in Futurama. Would you do that? Like cryogenically freeze yourself for a couple of hundred years and then see what the advancements are.
That would be cool. Yeah, but you would have a lot of problems. Well, you know what I mean.
It'd be very fucking cold.
Yeah. I've just posted a link, by the way, to the debate between Will and I don't seem to know who's he's debating. Is it the dude?
Stinky Tank. I mean, Smoky Saint.
Oh, SS, yeah. Yeah, so that's the link. So I'll be ending this in about 9 minutes. To let
No worries, that's a good opportunity for me to shoot off anyways. I need to start messaging someone back and that. So yeah, just wanted to pop up and say hi, Wildy. It's good to see you, and it's good to meet you too, Sammy. And take it easy. And I'll leave you with this question though: would you rather sit on a cake and eat a dick, or sit on a dick and eat a cake? Peace out.
Okay. Oh, what was the
Peace out.
Cheers. What were the two options? Sit on a cake and eat a dick, or sit on a dick
and eat a cake.
I sit on the cake, to be honest. Yeah, I don't want anything. Yeah, I don't want anything entering my rectum.
Yeah. You'd rather it entering your mouth.
Yeah. To be honest. Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, that's just me, personal preference. Yeah. Yeah, so Math Pig, what is the debate about? Is it to believe a friendly discussion? Can you imagine a friendly discussion between Will and Smokey Saints?
Well, no, the point is just it's not a formal debate.
All right, yeah.
Just what they wanted it on a neutral platform so they can't mute each other and shit.
Yeah.
But Smokey's claim was that you can't be reasonable if you're not a Christian.
Oh yeah, that's like pre-sup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the worldviews are wrong by necessity.
Yep.
Even worldviews. Yeah. even ones that haven't been thought of yet. He automatically knows they're wrong. Yeah, it's bullshit.
So I think Will's probably gonna basically like yep, you're right, I don't know anything now.
Yeah,
Tell me about your God.
yeah, explain. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
because he's a bit like Darth Dawkins, as in he talks philosophical shit but won't talk about what the Bible says.
yeah,
And they do that because they know if they get dragged into the Bible, then they have to start defending the ridiculousness of the Bible.
yeah. Them and knackered then. Yeah,
Like murdering babies and shit. So
Yeah.
they try and stay right away from it and just
yeah. It's like basically they try to rip everyone else's worldview apart without defending their own. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yours is wrong for this
Exactly.
reason. Yours is wrong, but I won't defend my worldview.
I
Just
won't even tell you mine.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
what's JG's worldview? Who knows? It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Because you can't get him to fucking talk about it. But
yeah,
God, he'll tell you how wrong yours is.
yeah. Which is a fallacy on its own. Even if they could prove that everyone else's worldview is incorrect, it doesn't mean that they're correct. There could be a worldview that no one else has ever even thought about that could be true. So even if they did prove everyone else wrong, it doesn't make them right. Do you know what I mean?
So it should be interesting. Mathpig's a pretty awesome moderator, so
Yeah,
I don't think it'll Smokey
Yeah.
won't be able to bloviate too much.
yeah. Descend into madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there's 4 minutes to go. So on that note, I think I shall end the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, that's the last post. Everyone over to Mathpigs. Link is in the side chat. Should I do the outro? Have I got time to do the outro? We'll do the outro.
Yeah. Do the outro.
Young nigga from the 9-1. Switch that over, I stay young, blonde. I was at the West Coast, now I'm in the East Coast. Shawty wanna fall, cause I cashed up. Young nigga from